So today I was out in the morning. I finished gym. I was going for a drive, and I went. I kind of it's my day off, so I just went for a drive. I went around certain areas, and I went through this one area where I used to work. I had my own workshop. I had two workshops in the same area. Like I had one, and then I left that, and then I got another one. It was in the same area, and this was over the past couple, like maybe 5 years. So I was introduced to that area about 5 years ago, and it blew my mind. It really did. How much the area has changed. Like it's crazy. That's life. Life moves on, no matter what happens. Even during COVID, we all thought the world was going to end, but it didn't. Life's the same. Life's even more than it was before. Things are very expensive now. Everything's changing, always, constantly changing, moving forward, always. No matter what happens in your life, no matter what happens in anyone else's life, life always goes on. The sun always comes out the next day. And what I want to explain in this video is the importance of reflecting on your life, on your past, looking back at it and saying, have I changed? Have I improved today? Yesterday, I thought this way. I want to improve that today. Yesterday or 1 week ago, I was too lazy to go to the gym that day. Today, I'm not going to be that lazy. Today, I'm going to go. A month ago, I was only making this much money per week, or a year ago, I was only earning this much money. How much am I making now? And it's always got to be an improvement. Every day, we're stepping up 1%. Every day, we're increasing our lives. We're upgrading our lives 1% at a time every single day. And our goal isn't to reflect on things and be like, every single second we're thinking about the past. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying take the time sometimes when you're meditating. If you meditate every morning, think sometimes after you meditate, when you're calm and you're peaceful and you have that bliss, think yesterday. How did I feel yesterday? And how do I feel today? Reflecting on yourself, on your life, is the biggest motivation, because I'll tell you now, about 5 months ago, I was broke. I had just come back from overseas. Like I had spent a lot of money overseas. I was getting engaged, obviously. Like it wasn't wasted money. It was just I spent money and I came here and I was broke, completely broke. My van was broken. My van was broken. I was broke as hell. I had no money. I had no cash on me. My bank account was empty, and now I'm on a much better level than I was back then. Now, like I can say that as a way to brag, but no, I'm not bragging. I'm reflecting on my life. I worked hard to get here, and I'm still like 1% of the way where I want to be. Like this is the beginning. Like what I'm doing right now, in regards to fitness, regards to health, mental health, and regards to money, is not even step one. It's step zero. Like I'm still setting up the foundation for my future life. Like, okay, I'll make good money now, but that's nothing. The fact that I have to wake up and go to work every day means I'm not wealthy yet. I'm not successful yet. How I measure my success is if I'm time free and if I'm location free. That's when I'd say I'm successful. If I can make enough money to not have to wake up and go to the same job every day, that's when I'm successful. Everything before that is just the foundation. I'm just building the foundation. I'm making money now. I'm basically creating capital for my investments. That's all I'm doing. I'm not, changing my life with this, extra bit of X amount of money per week. It doesn't matter. All it is, literally, is I'm saving up right now. I'm working hard. I'm living at home. I didn't pay for this house. It's a beautiful house. My dad's house. I live with my parents. Okay. This is just the foundation. I'm not even at step one of becoming wealthy or successful. I'm at step zero. I'm setting up the foundation. Now, I can look at myself in a week, look back at this time, a week back, and say, well, I've improved. Or I can look back and say, oh, I was better off back then. That's up to you. You can look at yourself now and be like, oh, I wish I was how I was a year ago. That means you're failing. That means there's something wrong. You're failing at life. If you're looking back a year ago and you're saying, I wish I was still there, you got to change your life around. You can't stay there. Because if you're not improving, if you haven't improved yet, if you still think the same way that you did a year ago, you have made no improvements. That year was a waste. It doesn't matter how much money you have at the end of the year, it's about up here. How do you feel? Your mental health, your knowledge. Okay, maybe this year you're broke, but you've got a massive amount of knowledge that you've gained in that year because you had an investment but it failed. Okay, you have no money now, but you learned so much about it. It's better to actually fail at an investment than to not do the investment from the beginning, or to not invest your money at all, because that's a waste of time. Like if you're wasting your potential, that's the biggest waste of money, because you can say, for example, put 10 grand into something and it can fail or it can work. Worst case scenario, you lose 10 grand. Best case scenario, it works and you make another 10 grand from it. Okay? Now, worst case scenario, you lose that money, but what did you gain? You gained the knowledge. You won't gain that knowledge from someone telling you, oh, don't do it. If someone tells you don't do it, then you just won't do it because you're lazy, and you won't gain anything from it. Think about that. Think about that in every scenario that you're in. You're like, okay, I can do it, and I could lose money, or I can make money, or I can lose people, I can make people. If it comes to society standards and all that crap, I don't care about that. Whatever it is you're doing, look at it. Am I going to take the risk, or am I going to say, oh, not today? You say that, not today, you say that every time, in 10 years, you're still in the same position you were. That's failure. Not when you go for an idea. You have an idea and you put your money, your time, your effort into it, and you succeed or you fail. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you succeed or you fail. As long as you're learning, you're gaining the knowledge and the experience. No textbook will teach you this. No textbook will teach you how to improve your life. You won't learn that in textbooks. You'll learn from books the steps to do things, but it's all up here. It's all mental. You go to the gym, okay, you bench 70 kilos. You can bench 75 kilos. Physically, you can bench it, but mentally, you're on 70 kilos. You can't bench higher than 70 mentally. Physically, you can. You can probably bench 80 if you pushed yourself hard enough. But mentally, you're still stuck at 70. That's the importance of reflecting. It might sound a bit funny, like how does this all tie together? Trust me, reflect on your life. Think about, where was I yesterday? Am I better than I was yesterday? If you're better than you were yesterday, good. You're improving. If not, you got to rethink what you're doing, man. Stop wasting your time.